the girl saw on the surveillance footage her pet dog being stolen by the neighbor. But when she hurried to the neighbor's house, the neighbor threw her a bone. Looking at the steaming hot pot, the usually well-behaved girl's eyes suddenly turned fierce. At this moment, the neighbor's family had no idea that they had messed with the wrong person, because the girl was a mental patient, and killing wouldn't bring consequences. The girl was once the most difficult patient in the psychiatric hospital. She was violent, and had mood swings. In the 3 years she stayed there, she had injured countless patients. The director tried various treatments, but nothing worked on the girl, until a therapy dog appeared, which suddenly calmed the girl down. After 6 months of recovery, the director gave the therapy dog to the girl as a gift when she was discharged. Before she left, the director repeatedly reminded her to stay calm and never get angry. The girl rented an apartment in the city, hoping to live a normal life. But the very next morning, the girl found garbage piled up in front of her door. The girl angrily knocked on her neighbor's door, but the neighbor refused to admit it. The girl was about to argue, but the neighbor suddenly slammed the door in her face. In the following days, the neighbor became increasingly reckless, throwing garbage in front of the girl's door almost every day. To catch the neighbor in the act, the girl had no choice but to install a camera at her door. When the neighbor went out to throw more garbage, the girl rushed to the door. But even though she caught the neighbor red-handed, the neighbor still defended herself, saying the hallway was a public area, and she could throw the garbage wherever she liked. The girl knew she couldn't reason with her, so she called the property management. But the management, understanding the old woman's power, was helpless against her family. They advised the girl to endure and move out when her lease ended. The girl suddenly lost control of her emotions. As she was about to have an episode, her therapy dog ran over and began to act affectionately. Seeing the well-behaved and cute dog, the girl's emotions gradually calmed down. To live like a normal person, the girl chose to endure the anger. But unexpectedly, in the middle of the night, when the girl was about to rest, the neighbor suddenly began smashing the door furiously. As soon as the girl opened the door, the neighbor loudly questioned her, asking why she had changed the Wi-Fi password. The girl didn't understand why she couldn't change the password to her own Wi-Fi. But unexpectedly, the neighbor started cursing, saying that the girl's password change had delayed her son's online classes. If he failed to get into college, the girl would have to take responsibility. The girl didn't want to argue with the family, so she angrily shut the door. The neighbor, in retaliation, started knocking on the walls. With the noise attack from the neighbor, the girl was on the verge of an emotional breakdown. She couldn't understand why living like a normal person was so hard. The next morning, the girl ordered takeout, but when she went to pick it up at the door, the food had disappeared. Furious, the girl checked the surveillance footage. As expected, the food had been stolen by the neighbor's mischievous child. However, the old woman denied it. Helpless, the girl showed her the video evidence, but the woman snatched the phone from her and deleted the footage. Then, without listening to the girl's insults, she slammed the door and left. Not long after, the boy who had stolen the food got a stomachache from the spicy food, and they immediately knocked on the girl's door, claiming the boy had only tasted her food and ended up in the hospital. They demanded the girl pay for the medical bills. The girl wasn't afraid and planned to let the police handle everything. The man angrily grabbed the girl. At that moment, the therapy dog rushed over to defend the girl,